Hi guys, this is Virendra. Today I'm going to talk about a question based on multiplying all the fields except its position. So the problem statement is, given an array of integers, we need to modify each position in the array such that it contains the multiplication of all the values in all other locations. Okay. So for example, if you have an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, so that will be transformed to 24, 12, 8 and 6. So for the position 0, you have multiplication of all other elements. So 2 into 3 into 4 is 24. And for position 1, you have multiplication of 1, 3 and 4, which is 12, and so on. Let's go ahead and try to understand how to solve this. You are given an input array like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to use an output array and call it as left/right array. I'm calling it like that because I'm going to traverse that array initially from the left and then from the right, and finally we'll get the answer. Okay, so the first step is to multiply from the left, second step is to multiply from the right, the third step is to update each cell such that it contains the multiplication of the left and the right. Okay, once we go through the algorithm, you'll understand what I'm trying to say here. So let's try to execute the first step, which is multiply from the left. Okay, so the first cell should contain multiplications of all the elements on the left and all the elements on the right except that position, right? First we are starting with multiplying all the elements from the left. Okay, so here this will contain at this point only 1. It doesn't have any other elements from the left. It definitely will contain multiplication from all the elements on the right when we traverse from the right. Okay, going ahead, this position, the position at 1 contains 1 because on the left of this particular cell there is only one element, right? So we multiply this here. Going forward, we multiply it 2 to 1 and then store it here in this position, because at this position towards its left we have 1 and 2. We multiply all those and then store it here. Okay, so we are doing this in a loop. As we go along, we are keeping track of all the multiplications on the left hand side. So there is a variable which is keeping track of the multiplication till that point. So at this point we have a variable which stores the multiplication of all the elements on the left hand side. Okay, so we store 2 here, and when we go ahead and we store 6 here because that is the multiplication of all the elements here. Okay, now there is no further element on the right hand side. Now we start going from the right. So at this point we do the same. We multiply all the elements on the right and then multiply it with the element in that cell that we are considering. Okay, so here we multiply 1 to 6, we will have 6. Okay, and then going forward on the right of 2, what do you have? Only 4, right? So we multiply 4 with 2. So what are we doing basically here? We are doing this step. We are updating the cell as left into right. Okay, now the cell will be updated as 8, which is basically we are updating as left into right. Okay, then we go ahead to this cell. For this cell on the left you have only element 1, right? So that was updated as 1, and on the right you have 3 and 4, and we are going in a loop from right to left, and we are keeping track of the multiplication of all the elements on the right side of the cell. Okay, so in this we have 12, and then we multiply that with 1, we will update this cell as 12. Similarly for the last cell. So this algorithm is order of n. It's pretty straightforward if you get to this trick. I'll show you the code. In the code we follow exact same process that I described. So initially we build up the left array. Okay, and then we start building up the right array. Just go through the code. If you have any doubts, please leave your comments below, and please access the code at this link. Thank you for watching the video. Please do visit our website at www.ideserve.co.in. Also watch all of our new videos at our channel at Ideserve. Please do subscribe to it. If you are interested in contributing to Ideserve, please let us know at ideserve.co.in@gmail.com. Thank you.